How's it going, everybody? This is Tim with King's Options, and here we are. Look at this, my telltale sign of the beginning of the new earnings season, and sure enough, it is. All these financials, Bank of America is the one that I look for. These kind of things are starting to begin, as you can see. Getting down to Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Citizens, Synchrony. I mean, there's First National Bank. All the financials coming first. So here we are. This is the upcoming week. Do with that what you will. Let's take a look at what this past week did, which Friday was a real kick in the outside. Consumer staples is still showing positive on that, as well as utilities. That's interesting. As you can see, the bulk of this all came from the last day. As we can have a look at the charts, and you'll definitely get a chance to see how that played out. But yeah, it's not looking real pretty. Not looking real pretty across the board. At the same time, kind of needed it, and we'll go over a little bit of that as well. Let's take a look at the market movers coming up for a week. Looks like only Thursday and Friday, the dollar says to be unemployment numbers. Oh, PPI final. All right, so we got PPI coming up. And then on Friday, we have housing starts and permits. Okay. Well, there's your market movers for the upcoming week. PPI retail sales, and of course, jobless claims. So we'll see what those have to say, and we'll go from there. Let's bring some charts. Fun. RTY, yeah, this is Friday. This is keeping pace. Rest of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Kind of drifting down in the RTY, still holding pace. Friday took it all the way back down to this big liquidity pool, dipped into it for a second, held this 24.11 that we had marked earlier, which was a bit arbitrary based off this low in combination with these lows here. And while we did actually come down and see these lows here, we ended up closing back above that low. We are at this point taking a sharp turn, right? As this is a daily chart, a sharp turn for that day. And do we come back? Do we see any kind of rebound? Or do we make the liquidity run lower and actually come in and fill in this bit of an inefficiency that we've got well below us? We can definitely see that. So something to keep an eye out for and watch for. If we've got a change in character and we're going to start rolling over here, then you will start to see it take out this liquidity level here, the beginning level here. Okay, we got time marked. Let's go ahead and move this. Okay, I would call this the next pool of liquidity below this one. So this is your pool, right? This is your pool of liquidity. And then below that, you are into this inefficiency. I mean, that's what we're going to leave there. I'm going to look at the YM. YM's a little ugly for two reasons. One, we blew past our level, also because we are hitting 50-day simple moving average, which is that white line that you see there. Now, we did bounce off of that for a second. Do we continue? Do we not? I don't know. Looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was all trying to work itself lower, which isn't surprising. Again, we do have quite a bit of overextension on these markets. Is this the rollover? I don't know. Could be. Could also just be a pullback. I mean, we've been running pretty good. And given the news catalyst that corresponded with this pullback, we could definitely see a little bit more. So, just gonna have to wait and find out. Either way, if we're looking at levels, again, if we are to see lower, we've got kind of this area over here. Well, it's over here, right? See what I'm saying? That's kind of consolidation, which we are getting down to. We're at the top of it now. We could see lower. Here's the swing low where we kind of got pulled. And we took it off earlier, but let's go and put it back on. We are still faced with this inefficiency right here, which we could come down. That's not the inefficiency. I'm an idiot. There we go. Sorry. Which we could come down and see. We can definitely come and see that. I know it's lower, but I want to see if it goes as I can to buy that account. But this in here being the inefficiency. I was normally go to Wix, however, you've got this large gap in here, so we're going to keep that open. So anyways, there's the inefficiency at the top, so let's start at the top, which is right here around 45,378. And yeah, do we come down to see that? We could. Definitely could. We'll find out. Let's go to ES. Pictures obviously going to look the same because it's across the board, and the news event was the 100% tariffs on China imports that was announced, or kicked into effect, or whatever it was. To be honest with you, I was doing a side audit and didn't really catch the news. It kept on the backhand version, and only very much in brief. So, where that was, that's where he said. Now, this actually did ES right into this inefficiency, closed the inefficiency, and then popped back up almost to a T. This was actually quite beautiful. We're going to go down here. Yeah, that's swing low. This will be the swing low if it decides to pop back up. That'll be the swing low. Otherwise, we've kind of got liquidity pool down to okay, well, I shouldn't say liquidity pool. It is liquidity, but we've got a consolidation of prices right in here. But below this area of prices right in here, the real liquidity starts again down here. So we could see drift into this consolidation area that we saw before on the way up. People could fight that very easily, especially all these people. These folks probably lost all their stops, right? Because we closed below this area here. So yeah, all those stops are likely taken out. The next area is going to be down here. We'll see what happens. This one's a little bit tricky here. The gap's a little bit wider. Well, I shouldn't say gap, that's inappropriate, but the distance is a little bit wider from one area to the next. And you're looking more at consolidation with a liquidity well below it at a level that is, again, as far as it dropped on Friday alone. That's a pretty significant distance. Let's go to NQ. NQ, very similar picture. Difference being the consolidation area is much, much bigger if we were to drop lower than that. But I'm focused mostly on this pool right here, which, quite frankly, Sunday's overnight session could blow right through it if it's that bad, right? So I like where we're sitting. I'm going to leave this as the top. Put it at the bottom of the pool. This inefficiency right here, this pool of inefficiency. And we get to see what happens. Do we bounce? Do we recover? Do people, these buyers that bought in here, start to come back in? Now, a good portion of these folks probably stopped out. However, we haven't hit this area here. And this is a whole point of inefficiency, so a bit of bought right in here is probably still in the game. Or very well could be, unless they expect to come down further, in which case we will see. A number of people are going to panic, that's for sure, or already have. And that could be why we see what we see here. I don't know. But it was rather significant drop, as we're all aware. What was that? It's reporting down NQ, was that 1101? 23,558, down to what's the lower amount? 24, 380. 384. Yeah. So, man, that was one heck of a range there that we got. That doesn't count just the open to the close, which apparently is coming in at 401.25, down 4.3%. So that's pretty ugly. If you are investing, watch for the opportunity, watch for the turnaround, watch for potential rate cuts, watch for anything that we watch for a continued downtrend. And if you've been stacking any kind of cash, it could present some very good buying opportunities, or if you're trading options, some good spread opportunities. Just out of curiosity, let's go check out the VIX. I want to see what this did. Oh my goodness, popped right up to 22. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. And I haven't seen that in quite some time. But we have seen it before recently. So if we pop up to 24, I will probably go ahead and open up my favorite near 100% success rate trade, which I'm not going to share with you because I've shared it many times before. Either way, I want to see if we continue this upwards. And if we do, then I will be opening that trade up. And just waiting. Just waiting. We shall see. Yeah, that's a nice spike. That's a nice spike. Just out of curiosity. Let's check out the dollar. Let's see if the dollar did want to bring it up for me. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. It's looking like it's pretty difficult. Excuse me. So, slight announcement if you've stuck with me this far. Very simply, I will most likely be out doing these for a week or two. I don't see that I won't necessarily be able to do, but at the same time, I don't guarantee I can. I am changing locations, so I'll be a bit on the move, and I don't know when exactly I will be settled. But I will be at this as much as I can be. If I can get it on the in between, then great. If I cannot, then I'll get within a couple weeks, and we'll see probably what. So, in the meantime, y'all trade safe, y'all trade well, and if you're investing, then wait, be patient, look for your opportunities, and get in where you can. And with that, we will sign out and talk to you later. All right, thanks for joining me.